She put her foot on my shoulder. Princess Anne protection officer lays bare odd encounter. Princess Anne showed her no-nonsense approach to life and duty even with one of her protection officers, it has been revealed. The Princess Royal, 71, casually put her foot on the shoulder of one of her protection officers to change into her day shoes. PC Tim Scothan, who is retiring this month after 3 decades of service with the South Yorkshire Force, recalled being used as a footrest by Princess Anne after collecting her from an event at Doncaster Racecourse. The Daily Mail's diary editor Richard Eden reported PC Scothan recalling the bizarre episode with the Queen's only daughter. The police officer, who also spent 12 years in the TV series Traffic Cops and Police Interceptors, said, "She put her foot on my shoulder, unzipped her boot, saying, 'My man, I hope you don't mind me borrowing your shoulder,' then took her boot off and put her foot back on my shoulder. Her lady-in-waiting got another pair of shoes out, she put them on and said, 'Thank you, my man, that was very kind.'" Royal fans were quick to react to this revelation on Twitter. One, @BillHipotek, wrote, "I love her. It's a shame she didn't go into the military. She would have become a general of the highest order like her father." Another, @OGBougie, said, "Princess Anne is an absolute boss." Similarly, a third Twitter user named @Anemi1000, said, "Anne is a boss." @HarbourCTG, on the other hand, seemed to be less impressed by the Princess Royal's antics, as they tweeted, Kono. Much like his mother, Princess Anne dedicated her whole life to serving the country and the crown. Unlike Prince Charles, the Princess Royal did not attend university and, shortly after turning 18, started taking on royal duties. One of the first roles she embraced was as president of Save the Children, a connection she still retains 5 decades later. The royal also made a name for herself as an equestrian, and in 1976 became the first ever member of the royal family to take part in the Olympics. Her daughter Zara Tindall eventually followed in her footsteps and in 2012 won a silver medal during the London Olympics. Over the past years, Princess Anne has constantly been counted among the hardest working royals when considering the number of days she worked and the amount of engagements she undertook over a 12-month period. While the Princess Royal normally undertakes her duties far from the public eye, she is sometimes followed by the media. Most recently, her visit to Australia and Papua New Guinea was followed closely by the press following criticism of other senior royals during their tours to the Caribbean and stunned royal aides and fans alike for packing in more than 20 engagements in 4 days and not taking a single evening off to enjoy with her husband Sir Timothy Lawrence, who was also in attendance. One royal aide told the Daily Mail, "It's quite unbelievable. She literally hadn't stopped flogging herself from the moment she left the UK. And to think she will turn 72 this summer. Remarkable." Anne's tour was also described as frugal by commentators, as throughout the trip she stayed in modest hotels and was accompanied only by one member of her office staff in addition to her husband and security detail. Following her return from Oceania, Anne returned under the spotlight again as she carried out her first joint engagement with Kate, Duchess of Cambridge. Together, they visited the London headquarters of the Royal College of Midwives and the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, of which Anne and Kate are patrons.